What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again with Firefighting Simulator 2017. Well, actually, it's just Firefighting Simulator. Now, you guys may think you're familiar with Firefighting Simulator, but you are probably not unless you watched Northern Alex or you just happen to stumbled upon this yourselves. There is other Firefighting Simulator games out there. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a German word. It's a German word for firefighter. I think it just translated into Firefighter Simulator, Airport Firefighting Simulator, etc., etc. I've actually played those on my channel. This is produced by a different company. This Firefighting Simulator is made by the same company who did Rescue 2, Everyday Heroes, which I've also played on my channel. I gotta say, I'm very excited for this. Now, there's a few things. I've only seen like 3 videos for this. Done by independent people from the company. One was Northern Alex, which is the only English video I've seen. And then there's 2 German ones, which I don't speak German, so I have no idea what they covered in those videos. I'm pretty sure there was important information in those videos that's not necessarily been released as part of a press statement or anything, but I did some research. I've actually gone onto their Facebook page and combed through all the posts they've had since June or July when they first announced it. And I've got some tidbits of information regarding the game for you guys. So the first thing is, when will this come out? That is sometime in 2017. So sometime next year, this game is slated for release currently. Now, we don't know exactly when. They don't know when even yet, they've said. So sometime next year. No concrete date has been set or announced yet. So this will be a PC-only release. They've stated, every time they state that this is PC only, they say they haven't excluded the possibility of a console launch, but that it's not guaranteed either. It's just one of those things on the table, but it does have modding support, and that's a big thing. Modding support can make games like this last a lot longer, and, we'll see how that affects it, but chances are that will probably kill a console release for it unless they remove that modding support. I mean, you see it on the Xbox, but you look at the PlayStation and all the issues that Fallout 4 had with that getting modding out, and you can see why that would affect it. So if you're watching this too, you'll notice a lot of things. A lot of people have knocked on the graphics. I actually think the graphics are pretty good looking, especially for this genre of games. This isn't a AAA genre. These emergency first response games, they don't sell masses. Like mass amounts of copies. This isn't Call of Duty. This isn't like Halo at its prime. This is a firefighting simulation game. They're fairly popular on the PC, but it's still a relatively small subset. They're not going off the budget that Battlefield or something's going to get here. So a lot of these features are still a work in progress, though. Even then, this is pre-alpha, I want to say. So looking at it, these are all going to get touched up, changed later on. And then this video is actually taken from the Northern Alex's channel, because that was the only one that was like the highest quality I could find that didn't have somebody's face in it. And, you look at this, you can actually see the reflections of the light here, because I presume Alex recorded this with a camera on screen as opposed to taking a direct feed from the game. So there's that you have to look at too. This is set in a fictional U.S. town, somewhere in kind of the western, Midwest area around, gosh, I forget where they said it's around, but you can see you've got like, kind of desert mountains and, big city and, kind of wooded type of area all in one spot here. It, doesn't necessarily feel like any place in America I've seen, but it's supposed to be all American based. This is actually being done by a Dutch or Swiss company, I want to say. I can't remember for sure. It's all in German, but I'm pretty sure the company is actually like one of those 2 that I mentioned. So for instance, the hose here, a lot of people have knocked it for, being so massive that, it's like, why would you use something that big for interior attack? The devs have stated that this is currently the only hose they have in game. It's just for demo purposes that they have it. This size, because this is the only working one they have. They will have smaller options, and you'll be able to choose what you go in with. and other features and stuff too. Now you'll notice too that the smoke doesn't seem to like increase or bill out when he opened the door, but we'll see how that goes. I do like the water effects in this though, other than the fact that it seems to come out from before the end of the nozzle. It looks pretty good. It looks like water. The fire looks really good too. And it spreads too, and it's the fire's still pretty work in progress, they've said, but it will be affected by the type of material and stuff, so certain materials would take longer to burn and stuff. Now, this does say simulator, but it feels more arcade, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If we really want to see more emergency games that aren't being done by fans and stuff, we need something that's more accessible to the common player, something that's still enjoyable, that still has that elements of realism, but that anybody can just hop in and enjoy. So you can see most of, if not all, the compartments work. You go and you grab your tools and stuff. You're able to pick up and drop the tools. Currently, they haven't shown off any forcible entry. You can see here the hose is clipping through the floor a little bit there. So, I mean, there is some issues with it. One interesting thing about this is I forgot there's forced entry here on that door. So I lied. I forgot about that part. But, one interesting thing, like I started to say, is this will actually have multiplayer. So you'll be able to hop in with your friends and do this. And I know that a lot of emergency communities are going to be very excited about that. So you'll be able to either recreate your own real town fire department, use this for potential training purposes, or, you could just make up a fictional town. You could throw in the GTA fire department with your friends if you wanted to do that. And, say this is like the Las Venturas fire department or something stupid. But very interesting stuff here. They do have a contract with Rosenbauer. Some of you guys may have recognized the engine from that already. They have not stated whether or not there will be more engines or apparatus available at launch, or if it's just going to be the one. I know several people have asked, and I just haven't seen a response to that. They have said, like I said, a lot of stuff is still work in progress. A lot of the equipment's not been included. They just haven't really specified what they still have to add. So that could mean another engine. It might not. Who knows? Like I said, though, we'll have modding support, and knowing the emergency community, the emergency gameplay community, I should say, I am sure we will probably see a wide variety of apparatus added. You can see he's able to grab, civilians and stuff, but it does have a very arcadey feel to it currently. And I think that's going to be a big griping point of a lot of folks. Here you can see he's got this massive hose. There's nothing that's like pushing the hose up on him or down or anywhere else. It's just, sitting there perfectly fine. Mission accomplished. So, the house is still there on fire. He's inside fighting the fire, but I guess its main mission was, obviously save lives. So, stays and continues fighting the fire. I don't know if that's the case or what happens there. It seems to have slowed down, but that could have just been a bug or could have been intentional. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of other information for this. I know a couple of people on their Facebook asked about getting alpha access for testing purposes, and on some of the earlier posts, the devs actually said, hey, hit us up on our page and, we'll let you know. But that's going to be the end of this video for right now, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will try to keep you as up to date as possible on this, and I'll see you around for the next video.